Hello my beautiful weebs and welcome back to another video. Today Otaku Sensei will be recommending the top 10 action anime where the main character has a superpower / evil power. If you're new here and happen to enjoy this sort of content, then please don't forget to subscribe as well as turn on the notification bell. And for the people who are already subbed and like the video before it actually starts, know that we appreciate you. Also, we've been partnered with GamerSupps, so if you guys want to buy waifu cups or energy drink, make sure to use code OTAKU at the link in the description. And it would be great if you guys follow Otaku Sensei on Twitter. That being said, let's start this video. We kickstart this list with Blast Rider. The story is set in a fictional Germany and centers on the outbreak of biomechanical creatures called demoniacs, who rise from corpses and attack people savagely. The demoniacs have the ability to merge with almost any technology, including cars and motorcycles, not only gaining control of them, but also enhancing their performance greatly. Against them is a group of people known as XAT, Xenogenesis Assault Team, who police these demoniacs in an attempt to keep the peace and discover the reasons for the demoniac change. All the while, a number of human-turned demoniacs appear. Some use their powers for good, others for evil. One will rise above all the other demoniacs to become known as the Blast Rider. In 9th place, we have Diaz Ire. The story starts like this. On May 1st, 1945, in Germany, a group of Nazi soldiers carried out a certain ritual during Berlin's collapse, since the countless lives lost in the battle served as a catalyst to their sacrificial ceremony. Following the war, they faded into the realm of myth, with no one knowing if this group of officers succeeded in reviving the Order of the 13 Lances. 61 years later in Japan, Rin Fuji's friendship with Shiro Yusa shatters to pieces following a certain incident, ending in a vicious fight that sends Rin into the hospital for 2 months. After leaving the hospital, Rin intended to build his new life without Shiro, but his plan falls apart as irrationality that defies the realm of common sense begins to assault and devour the city. Abnormalities soon seek to destroy everything Rin holds dear before his very eyes, with overwhelming violence. Even if it means crossing the boundary between the ordinary and extraordinary, Rin must change, though his desires are hardly anything grand. All he wants is to return to the old days filled with simple, everyday joy. In 8th place we have 𝐒ᴜ. In Japan, there exists a government agency known as the Supernatural Disaster Countermeasures Division, in short SDCD, whose duty is to protect the citizens from creatures unseen. They are able to dispatch these monsters swiftly and without alerting the general public, but currently they face a different challenge, the betrayal of one of their own. After the death of her mother several years ago, Kagura Tsuchimiya has been fostered into the Isayama family and forms a close sister-like bond with their daughter Yomi. The two become inseparable, and together they work for the SDCD as highly skilled exorcists. However, as the stress and consequences of their sacred duty weigh on them both, and family politics come into play, Kagura and Yomi begin to slowly drift apart. One of them grows earnestly into her role as an exorcist, and the other heads down a dark path from which there may be no redemption. In 7th place we have Holy Night. Mizumura Shinta doesn't know what to make of the situation when the sexiest girl in school, Kishimoto Lilith, starts trying to seduce him and things get extremely physical. Shinta isn't rich or the popular guy in school, so it makes no sense that Lilith would be so interested in him. But Lilith is in fact a vampire, a Moroi, a secret that she will kill to keep hidden, and she needs Shinta for a special purpose. As the relationship between Shinta and Lilith grows, it gets harder for her to keep the secret hidden. And when violent, unexpected attacks begin and those close to him, like his semi-romantic childhood friend Makimura Chizuru, are involuntarily thrown into the chaos, deep, dark secrets get revealed, including a secret about Shinta himself that he's not even aware of, but everyone else seems to know. In 6th place we have Kakashi. Yoshimura Sumimura comes from a long line of Kakaishi, individuals who have supernatural abilities and are able to destroy evil creatures called Ayakashi that venture into the human realm from time to time. The Ayakashi are demons that look to feast on the power emanating from the land of Karasumori, which also happens to be where Yoshimura's high school is located. Now Yoshimura must fight to protect his beloved school and hometown. Although if it were up to him, he would rather be baking cakes than fighting off the ugly characters that show up in the night. Thankfully, Yoshimura isn't the only one helping to keep the baddies at bay. His childhood friend and neighbor, Tokine Yakimura, joins him in his righteous battle. Despite the fact that they are from rival clans, these two make a fantastic team. And teamwork is something vital to fighting the evil that is closing in, as the Ayakashi attack in waves, looking to claim the land as their own, and a shadowy organization looks on, ready to pounce when the time is right. In 5th place, we have ChoYuSakai, Being the Reality. A world where mysterious beings called disasters continually threaten the peace of the world, a special military unit called Saber is formed to oppose disaster. Private conglomerates and the independent self-defense organization Blade also form and advance on the enemy. Noi is a high school student who yearns to join Saber and fight disaster. After a mysterious girl named Motis, or Motis, I'm not sure, transfers into his class, his normal life completely changes. In 4th place, we have Bloodivores, aka Space-Time Prisoner. 60 years ago, some people began to suffer from a strange case of insomnia that struck the entire population. Unable to sleep for more than a week, a large number of people become completely sleep deprived and eventually went mad with rage. A new medicine was produced to cure the illness, but it has a side effect which turned patients into vampires. Later, these vampires were called the Bloodivores. They are feared by other people and wear a special necklace that sends a signal to the police if a Bloodivore is unable to control their emotions. Mi Liu is called a child of hope, born from a human and a Bloodivore, but when he, along with his 3 friends, are vilified for killing all humans in a bank they robbed, they are sentenced to death. Then something strange happens. They are thrown into a mysterious place with a lot of unexplainable monsters alongside other sentenced to death prisoners. A girl greets them and reveals why they've been given new collars that are filled with explosives to prevent them from killing other Bloodivores. She then announces their mission: to survive. In 3rd place, we have A Dark Rabbit Has 7 Lives. Kurogane Taito is a freshman in Miyasaka High. Ever since an injury to his leg, a snapped tendon, that prevented him from practicing karate, which he had excelled in since elementary school, he has always believed that he was an ordinary, regular guy. However, due to a promise exchange with a beautiful vampire, most ancient sorcerer, Saito Hime, 9 years ago, which he has forgotten about, he is in fact no longer ordinary. 9 years ago, Saito Hime injected him with a poison, which prevents him from dying as long as he doesn't die 7 times within 15 minutes. Shortly after this change, a boy named Kurenai Hinata attacked him with a demon and killed Taito 6 times in rapid succession. In order to prevent him from killing Taito outright, Saito Hime agreed to leave with Hinata and allow Taito's memory to be wiped. Subsequent to this, Saito Hime was experimented on and imprisoned in a dimension with no sound or light whatsoever, and Taito continued on with his life as a normal human. In 2nd place, we have the unparalleled Black and White. The Hebai Wuchang, or Black and White Impermanents, are gods who were tasked with escorting the souls of the dead to Diyu before they were turned into swords. A story about 2 young demons who are always slacking off at work, a place that happens to be an organization that vows to keep the balance between the worlds of the living and the dead by killing humans. And we have Brynhildr in the Darkness at number 1. And this one is a favorite pick and one of the best. 10 years ago, Ryota Murakami, along with his childhood friend Kuroneko, set out to search for signs of alien life. Although Ryota is skeptical about her theory, Kuroneko insists that aliens are real. During their search, a tragic accident occurs which gravely injures Ryota but kills Kuroneko. Due to this strong memory, Ryota cannot forget about Kuroneko. Since then, he has been continuously staring at the night sky in order to prove that aliens exist, and also to fulfill Kuroneko's dying wish. Presently, Ryota is a top student at his school and the sole member of the astronomy club, until he gets the shock of his life when a new transfer student named Neko Kuroha arrives in his class. She bears a striking resemblance to Ryota's dead childhood friend, although she dismisses the fact as a bluff. Ryota later notices something amiss about Neko. When a student that almost drowned is saved by a mysterious force, Neko predicted that Ryota will also die. After displaying superhuman strength and saving his life, it is then revealed that Neko is a witch who escaped from an alien research lab. Ryota becomes a part of Neko's life, learning more about her dilemma and the hidden forces that exist in the universe. As he sinks deeper and deeper into a world of magic and artificially created witches, Ryota must use necessary means of preserving and sheltering other escaped witches and allow them to live normally, despite knowing the scientists of the lab would kill any outsiders involved.
This video ends here, and I want to especially say thank you to all those people who support us through Patreon and channel membership. Also, make sure to follow Otaku Sensei on social media for update-related things, and remember to use code OTAKU at GamerSupps, link in the description. Hope you enjoyed this list as well as got introduced to new shows, and if you did, then leave a like, share with your buddies, and like always, subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, try to keep the comments section wholesome. Peace out.